Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Print Storage here. Today we're taking a look at the 2023 Subaru WRX Sport Tech with the 6-speed manual transmission. This is in the ceramic white. This is a very, very pure white, no metallic flake in it. When you have it side by side with the crystal white pearl, the crystal white pearl looks kind of yellow. So redesigned for 2022-23, carries that over. New body style, new Subaru global platform, new front end, new interior. So you get smaller, more aggressively shaped headlights, angular, new fog lights and surrounding bezels, lots of cladding, new front grille with those gray metallic wings off of either side. And then my personal favorite part of the new body style, I really like the lines on the hood and I like the wide, low hood scoop. Personal preference there. On the side profile definitely looks different. We have that black cladding around the wheel wells and it goes along the car around the rear wheel well and onto the rear bumper. Get the gray painted wheels with the Dunlop Sport Max tires. We do have functional vents here. You have integrated turn signals in your mirrors and you get the tilt and slide sunroof, regular size. At the rear, the bumper is essentially all black cladding, but we do have some functional vents and you do get quad tip exhaust on this. So new tail lights, new strip between the tail lights, kind of ties them together. All of the Sport Techs have this lip spoiler, and then to open it, right just to the left of the star, there's a little rubber switch and you just push up on it. Backup camera's right there. Cavernous trunk. There is a lot of room in the WRX trunk for storage. It's a sports car, but it's practical at the same time. Underneath here, we have our spare tire tools, our recovery hook, and unlike the US, we get a spare tire and jack and everything, not a fix-a-flat kit. But you could get a fix-a-flat kit and include that as well should you want. Now, it is a 60-40 split on the rear seats, and you can fold those down individually if you need additional storage. There is a trunk release if you ever got stuck in your own trunk. I did do a video showing how to use that. You can find that earlier on the channel. If you're going to be carrying anything on the roof, you can get crossbars for the WRX. These little doors flip up. There's two on each side and they bolt into that and go across. It's very, very practical. Subaru's done a good job with being able to mount accessories to your vehicle. In the second row, lots of room, more than you'd expect. Good headroom, good legroom. Taller people fit back here comfortably. And this is, of course, the suede and leather interior that you get with the Sport Tech. There is a fold-down armrest if there's only one or two rear passengers. On the back of the front seats, you do have map back pockets on either side. The outer two seats are heated. So the outer two seats get high and low heated seats. There are two USB ports for charging. If you're stuck in the middle, no heated seat, and you're sitting in the middle. This is the front plate bracket. We typically don't install them unless a customer requests it. We do include it though, if a customer ever needs to or wants to resell it, or they don't want to get an offset plate bracket or something like that. Door card, we've got soft touch with the red contrast. Red has always been the contrast color in the WRXs and STIs. Faux carbon fiber trim, power window switch. We've got storage with a bottle holder. And then I get asked about this little black piece and that silver bar. It's an additional side impact crash safety bar that goes into the door and it kind of locks in there. Helps stop intrusion into the passenger cabin in the event of a side collision. Now, it is a proximity key, so this just needs to be within 46 inches to lock or unlock the car. It's locked right now, and you can tell that there's a small audible chirp and the hazards flash. To unlock it, so long as the key's in your pocket, you just put your hand in the handle and it unlocks. And then to lock it, we have those lines and it locks it. Then you just wait, a second or so and it unlocks it again. Handy feature. I really enjoy the proximity key. I think it's one of the most beneficial features out there. And in the event the battery in this dies, on the back of the key, we have this little silver square. Push in, pull out on the key ring. There is a key for the driver door. Driver door card looks very, very familiar. It's pretty much identical to the rear door card, but we have window lock, all 4 window switches, power mirror adjustment, soft touch in the same areas. You do have a little bit more storage as well as the bottle holder. And then in the Sport Tech, you get the Harman Kardon audio system, so phenomenal audio system. Driver seats, same seating material as the rear. It's the suede and the leather bolstering. Adjustable headrests. You can choose how close to the back of the head you want it. WRX stitched on the headrest. But yeah, these bolsters are quite nice. They're not super hard. You're not going to hurt yourself getting in and out, but it will hold you better in the corners. Power seat, including power lumbar, which I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's pushing it out right now and pushing it back. It's hard. I can see it here in real life. I don't know if the camera's actually catching that or not. We do have the aluminum pedals. Covers, I should say, not pedals themselves. By the driver's left knee, we have the ability to open the trunk. We can deactivate traction control, and we have a scroll wheel for the brightness of the gauges. With it being a proximity key, it's push button start. I'll put that in there. Clutch is in, foot is not on the brake. I don't know if you saw that, but that is your blind spot detection. So it illuminates on the corresponding side with orange on the same little screen when someone's in your blind spot on the corresponding side. Let's see, I'm gonna turn it off and turn it on again. That's what it looks like. So it does not eliminate shoulder checking, but it is a great aid. Helps, you know, you kink your neck and you can't quite shoulder check as far, but the visibility in this car, I'd say it's pretty darn good. Steering wheel, D-shaped with a flat bottom, carbon fiber trim, red contrast stitching. So one of the comments I get is this feels like a very small steering wheel. And I mean, it is a smaller steering wheel, but it allows you to turn very, very quickly. Steering wheel is adjustable down here on the steering column, and that gives you tilt and telescopic. So you can adjust it for drivers of varying heights, arm lengths, and leg lengths. Left-hand side of the steering wheel, we have our Bluetooth and audio controls, switch from AM to FM to satellite, etc. Issue voice commands, accept or decline phone calls, and then you can switch between presets and control your volume. These arrows down here will change our small center display. Right now it's showing the boost gauge. We've got fuel efficiency for trip A, trip B, how long the car's been running versus how far you've traveled, compass. You get a good mix of everything on there. Right-hand side of the steering wheel, cruise control. Wipers controlled from the stock here. Headlights are here, and it does have the momentary safety switch, so you can't accidentally turn your headlights off. If you want to turn your lights off, you actually have to turn and hold. Fog lights are right there on their own switch. 11.6-inch touchscreen, so it is easy to use. They've broken it into 3 portions. Top portion here, we've got what we're listening to, navigation, destination, gauges, and weather, which is part of your satellite radio trial that you get for 3 months with every Subaru, well, with most Subarus. Main portion of the screen, kind of the home screen, which I get to by pressing the little house. We've got map, we've got our navigation. It's powered by TomTom. It is free for the life of the vehicle. You're not obligated to subscribe to anything to get to use it. You do get 1 free update within the first 3 years of ownership. After that, it does cost you. So I do recommend my clients update it at about 2 3/4 years into their ownership. Apps, we have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. After the vehicle's registered in your name, you'll get access to the My Subaru app. Hook up your phone to Bluetooth. Media would be Bluetooth or aux or USB plugged in. Got a bunch of settings. You can add additional shortcuts if there's a screen that you go to often that doesn't already have a shortcut. Down here, we have access to vehicle control. If you don't like the steering responsive headlights, you can turn them off. Driving assistance, you can turn off the blind spot / rear cross traffic alert, and then you can change it to the warning volumes. And then if you travel in the States, you can change the digital speedometer to miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour, and you can get your fuel efficiency in miles per gallon. The lower portion is your climate control, so it is dual zone climate control. We do have physical buttons on either side, and it is synced right now, but if I want it a little warmer, my passenger wants it a little cooler, they can touch that, or I can click up here and I can adjust my heated seats. I can also sync it to whatever I want if my passenger gets out. Or if my passenger wants to go in and select a temperature without playing with the buttons, they can do that too. Really, really easy to play with and use. Turn that off. Turn the heated seats off. You've got your fan strength buttons down here. If you click the little image of the person, you control where your airflow is being directed. If you want to recirc, if you want max AC, your fan strength. And then something I didn't show you, when you put the car in reverse, backup camera automatically pops up. It does show you the top of the bumper, so you have something to relate to. Red is about as close as you want to get to something. Yellow's, you're getting close. Green, you're totally fine. Then you do have just front defrost and your heated mirrors and back window button right there. Now, below the screen, we have 2 USBs and an aux, in addition to a 12-volt power point for any charging needs you may have. Rubberized device storage, and these are also a nice touch. These are soft touch, so if you rest your leg on them, it shouldn't bother you as much as if it was a hard plastic. Now, 6-speed manual transmission, really nice to shift. It is fairly short. You can get a short shifter if you wanted. Most of my clients opt to just stick with the stock one, but if you're hardcore into autocross or track, you may want the short shifter. Now, to go to reverse in these, collar up, over, and back. And the camera automatically comes up. That's the easiest way to tell if you're in that. But I'm over, it allows you to go over that little bit more. Coin storage, we've got 2 cup holders, which currently occupy the key, traditional handbrake, and then in the armrest, there's a 12-volt power point, and there's a place to run cords out of if you're using it, so this doesn't crush it, especially if you have your arm on it. Auto dimming rear view mirror. This is my favorite feature in any vehicle ever. There's no switch to flick. It just has a light sensor, and if someone has their high beams on behind you, it just automatically dims. It's great. You don't even notice you're getting blinded like you normally would. Up top, we get SOS and roadside. That's part of the 3-year trial to the connected services you get with most new Subarus. That will get a little green light when the car is registered in your name and it's set up. Tilt and slide for the sunroof. It is just a manual shade. And then the headliner is black, which is nice. I know lots of people say they feel that a dark headliner would make it feel claustrophobic. I can't say that it makes me feel claustrophobic. Grab handle in all 4 seats, which is nice, getting in, out. Sunglass storage, and then on the visor, vanity mirror with light. And you can pull that to the side if, you're being blinded by the sun on either side. And the passenger side does the exact same, but there's no sunglass storage on the passenger side there. So I didn't show you under the hood. Let's do that. Hood release. You do have to reach back a little bit further than you feel like you should, but it's just right there. And I'll actually turn this off. And I'm not in park with the automatic. So long as you're in park, you just press the start button. I'm in neutral. And then it has reminder, look in rear seat, because I had the back doors open within 30 minutes of turning on the car. Now, to open the hood, just like most Subarus, you walk up, facing the Subaru logo, put your hand in to the right of the Subaru logo, move from right to left, and up you go. And this is one of the few vehicles that we offer that still comes with hood struts. Most are the prop rod, and that's because of safety ratings. Now, this is the 2.4 liter turbocharged Boxer engine. It produces 271 horsepower. Great upgrade over the 2 liter in the former car. We've got brake fluid, oil, coolant, washer fluid, and your dipstick. Pretty much everything the average consumer is going to touch is in yellow. Easy access to the air filter. And then to close this, I just like to push. I don't like to put my hand on it and push down. I feel like I'm going to dent it. That's a personal preference thing, but I'll give you guys another quick walk around this car. There are cars on either side of it, so maybe a little closer than we'd like, but good looking car. Does take a little bit to get used to, especially with the cladding, but it really has grown on me since they came out in 2022. If you don't have to try driving the new one, especially versus the previous gen, I do recommend it. Most of my clients that upgrade from their previous WRXs and STIs to the new WRX, they send me a paragraph or 3 paragraphs saying how much they really enjoy the car and what an upgrade it is. over the previous gen. So any questions about this car behind me, any of the tech in it, or any questions about any of the Subarus in our lineup, please put them in the comments below. I'm always looking to answer you guys' questions, and if I don't have the answer for something, I'll find out for you. So thanks for watching. I'm Tyson, the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George. We'll talk soon.